Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Stafford going to put it up right away. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 55 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Runs over him. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina's offense ready for its first possession. And at the helm, their new QB brought in via trade this offseason. His 5th year now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Baker Mayfield.
And if there's a quarterback in the NFL who didn't need any extra motivation, it was certainly Baker Mayfield, because this young man already has a permanent chip on his shoulder to prove the doubters wrong. Being replaced and then traded from Cleveland, the team who took him #1 overall, it only added considerable fuel to his fire. Now in Carolina, his entire focus is proving that he can be an elite QB and silencing all the noise.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Panthers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, this is McCaffrey to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Mayfield throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Baker Mayfield scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles. Just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Matthew Stafford going to lead the Super Bowl champs back onto the field. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Stafford. Robinson's got it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. They'll run on first down with Akers. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Stafford. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Well, we had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, Week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in Week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night, and then tomorrow Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. That's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Kickoff 5:15 local time for that one out in Southern California. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Stafford. And he'll find Higbee open downfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the
formation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Gay's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So that PI call will give them one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Higgins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you...
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Baker Mayfield with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, the next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Going right back to Akers. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. How could I forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses? So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 51,475 yards, and we just saw him go past that number for career passing yards.
That means his career now as memorable as John Elway's, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment.
Man, what an accomplishment. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, in the second half, that's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Pass complete to Akers on the out route. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Now Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 13. 1:46 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Stafford on 1st down. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A big play there for L.A. 59 yards. Stafford now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and it was their defense that really made this